My name is Gabriel Rosario. I am originally from Puerto Rico, but living in New York for the last 11 years, almost 12 now. I am a fight director, intimacy director, as well as a performer. I teach stage combat at the American Musical and Dramatic Academy in New York. So this production is actually extremely interesting. One of my first meetings with Kinan was about style, right? You know, being a comic book writer writing a comic book about a Puerto Rican superhero. And what we realized is that there's three distinct styles in the few fights that we have in the show. There's the comic book world that Alex has created that has that kind of like a more gritty, more grounded feel, but it's still a comic book world. And then we have the Voltage style, which is gonna be kind of like a little bit of that old time like Adam West Batman style of like comic book fighting. So that was one of the first interesting things was even though it's not like Three Musketeers where there's a lot of fights, there's three different styles that we're dealing with. So that's one of the first things that we discussed. Most of my experience is working with performers who do not have experience. A lot of times I'm walking, and I've done shows like Romeo and Juliet that has a fair amount of like sword fights in them. And 9 times out of 10, I'm checking in with the actors. I'm like, hey, do you have any training? And the answer is usually no. And because my background is as a teacher, that's actually very common for me. Like it's like being in class again, but now the teaching is with the idea of this particular choreography. Working with professional actors makes it very easy. Like they're used to taking direction, they're used to moving around, they're used to being adaptable. So it's not all that different from teaching in the classroom. This is my first time working at the Long War, so I'm very, very excited.
Nice.